Hello everyone and welcome back to another episode of Minecraft. It is episode 66. That many episodes. And any transition into the Nuggets are in the finals, man. And they're up 1-0 on the Heat, man. Beautiful. Yes, great. Just my God, dude. The last time I recorded this was when the Celtics were down 3-0 to the Heat. And then I felt I maybe wanted to record an episode like the night before the Celtics played Game 7 against the Heat in Boston, but it's like, yeah, I don't know. That was just, it was a series between the Celtics and the Heat, when it was just 3 games underway, it was like, oh, they're gonna get swept, right? And then that did not happen. They won a game, and then they won another game, and then they won a third game. Derek White hit a buzzer beater, with 0.1 seconds remaining, and then they lost the next game. So yeah, just stopping near short of history in the NBA. Yeah, it's the whole thing. It's really, yeah, I don't know. I like the, I think about it a lot. Like, I like the Celtics, but yeah, like, me liking the Celtics from last season, I still do. I still like that core of Jaylen Brown and Jason Tatum and Marcus Smart. Like, I don't know. I want to see them win the championship, but yeah, it's just like there's just questions being raised, I feel like a lot of the same questions are still there, even with Boston mounting a comeback, right? It's great that they managed to win 3 games, but yeah, I feel like they should have been able to freaking win one more game, They were close, man. They were close. Yeah, and I guess, a refresher for people who aren't into this, because, I am, and I just assume people are. No team in NBA history has come back from down 3-0 in a 7-game series. No team in NBA history. It is 151-0. The Celtics wanted to make it 150-1 by coming back, losing the first 3 games and then winning the next 4. But yeah, unfortunate, man. I don't know. Yeah, there's a lot of NBA Twitter is just on a hater binge. It was on a hater binge during that game because the Heat kind of blew the Celtics out. And there's a picture of Bill Simmons really sad. Maybe I can find it. And oh my God, do I have to explain who Bill Simmons is? He's just a guy. I don't know, man. He wrote a book called The Big Book of Basketball, where where it's just his frickin' thoughts on a bunch of things, the Celtics mainly, and Bill Russell and frickin' him ranking players. I don't know. It's all thing. Yeah, can you tell how deep into this I am? And I said last episode that I need to be less into it, and yeah. I feel like I should start it now. I feel like the detox should start a little bit now, Obviously, I'm watching the finals, I really enjoyed seeing the Nuggets win against the Heat pretty comfortably most of the game, except for a tiny bit of the fourth quarter, even though there were a few people on Twitter saying that the finals were boring because it was Denver against Miami. I mean, I don't know. I didn't really think it was boring. Oh, man. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, I explained before. Yeah, when it all comes down to it, I feel like the Nuggets are the team I root for the most, and the team I am mostly a fan of, I pretty much am. I am. I'm not mostly a fan. I am a fan. But it's I don't know. I guess I'm not brave enough to only have one team and that's it, I feel like I have one team, and I have teams I would like to see win and succeed, and then I have teams I would like to not see succeed. And, I feel like it's pretty obvious which ones are in that not succeed camp. Oh, man. Yeah, and yeah, I guess. Should I talk more about the finals, I guess? It's 1-0. Denver controlled most of that game. The role players for the Heat Gabe Vincent, Max Strus, Caleb Martin, whose shooting brought them to this point. Didn't really show up. But, if you want to be optimistic for the Heat, I guess, find the little tiny shreds of optimism. It's like those role players had a really bad shooting night, and they probably won't have another one of those that's like that bad. But yeah, it really is just like the story really is just Jokic is like amazing, and the Nuggets are an amazing team. Like, that's basically it. The Nuggets are great. No one really should have doubted them ever. Even I understand that that tiny slump they had for like 2 weeks in March, when that shifted the whole MVP race in Embiid's favor, when like the stat padding and the race narrative about Jokic was the strongest. Yeah. It also coincided with Embiid like having these really, really big scoring games, and then it culminated with Embiid scoring 50? He scored 51 points against the Celtics. So I guess that's the whole thing. It's interesting. I'm seeing a few tweets, but I don't know if this is the held opinion now, but there are people saying that the MVP is kind of, that Jokic should have actually won that third MVP, but I'm not really one of those people. It's fine. But it is funny how like people are like saying like it's a regular season award. It's a regular season award, but like at the same time, like a thing, media members, some of them were saying like Nick frickin' Mr. frickin' Nick Wrong saying like it's I don't know, so people like that basically of like he can why should Jokic win 3 straight MVPs when he hasn't even led his team to the finals yet, when it's like the past 2 years his team has had injuries, namely Jamal Murray and Michael Porter Jr., but it's like it's a whole thing. Like, people have been reiterating, a few people have been reiterating the MVP is a regular season award, while also, maybe some of those people, it might overlap. I don't know. It's not confirmed. I don't know. I'm just being a hater, but I mean, I'm just supporting my guy Jokic and my team, the Nuggets, but like, I don't know. The bottom line is, why was it ever in doubt that Jokic could lead a team to the finals? Why was it ever in doubt that Jokic was like, why were people questioning at all whether Jokic was a good performer in the playoffs? Like, why was that even said? Why were there people just doubting, like, will the Nuggets defense frickin', like, how are the Nuggets gonna handle Jokic being put in pick and rolls? Like, what are we doing? I don't even know what a pick and roll is, okay? I'd assume there's a pick and then you roll it, but it's like, what is it? Like, why? Like, why? Like, seriously. This whole thing that, yeah, it's a whole thing. I don't know. I've been too Nuggets pilled, I absolutely Nuggets pilled, absolutely. But it's like, yeah, I just feel like, yeah, I mean, I don't know. The narrative around the Nuggets and Jokic, I feel like, has been somewhat disrespectful, has been somewhat kind of like weird and unfair, just like, Chris Mannix, someone who works for DAZN, and also Sports Illustrated, commented like the Nuggets are a boring team. Like, no one is really talking about them because they're not interesting to talk about. And it's like a journalist is saying that, a team isn't interesting to talk about, I don't know, man. It's a whole thing. Yeah, there have been more people have been saying like the Nuggets remind people of the Spurs, I guess, and like the Spurs weren't that interesting of a team. Like, I don't know. I've only been in this for like 2.5 years, but I'm talking as if like I've been in this for like I've been watching basketball my whole life. It's so funny. Oh, man. It really is, man. I don't know. I did this. It's been a while, so I just need to freaking get all these thoughts about the Nuggets out. It's like, why was this? Like, I don't like. It's fine. Like, yeah. Like, my feeling is that like Joel Embiid did deserve to win that MVP. Like, But like there did not need to be the stat padding narrative perpetuated. There did not need to be Kendrick Perkins saying what he said. There did not need to be any of that. If you just wanted to freaking give it to Embiid, just say Embiid is leading the league in scoring and he's better on defense. That's it. That's literally all you have to say. That's, like there did not need to be arguments made like to be like Jokic is stat padding. It's like they're not. It's like seriously, man. It's just like seriously. Like I don't know, man. I don't know. I don't know. Yeah, like the Nuggets run to the finals has basically kind of like it pretty much has answered every question of like, can Jokic lead a team to the finals? Yes. Can the Nuggets defense hold up? Yes. Their defense is actually pretty damn good in these playoffs, you know? Yeah, like will the offense like hold up against really great defenses like the Heat and the Lakers? Well, the Heat so far, yes. The Lakers, yes. Like Jokic got a triple double in like what 2 or 3 games, right? He got a triple double. He got like what, like I don't know. He almost got a triple double in the first quarter against the Lakers in Game 1, which had that annoying ass narrative. It's like, oh my god, dude. It's like, yes. Can the Nuggets win a championship? Yes. Is this like core, like a championship level core? Yes. It's the little thing. They have basically answered all these questions, right? Yeah, which is really satisfying, really gratifying for the Nuggets, and for me as someone who has loved the Nuggets ever since they were in the bubble, right? It was the Suns at first, and then the Nuggets. But so like when the Suns were having their run in 2021, I was a fan of them, and I really like them, and I still like them, But if they get Kyrie, it's gonna be hard, or Harden, it's gonna be hard for me to root for them, And I guess I just became a fan of the Celtics last year when the Suns flamed out against the Mavs. So yeah. And it's the whole thing. Like it's just been in waiting, right? There's a whole, I don't know. I don't really need to freaking, I don't need to explain this story. It's too much. It's too much. I'm like the only Minecraft YouTuber who freaking plays this version of Minecraft and talks about the NBA this much and talks about freaking YA books this much. Look, man, it's my niche, man. It's it. It's what I do, man. It's what I do. So yeah. Yeah, bottom line, the Nuggets really answered all the questions like all these doubters had during the playoffs. Like even someone who was generally pretty high on the Nuggets, Zach Lowe, a reporter for ESPN. Not really like a reporter, but like an analyst, senior basketball writer for ESPN, picked the Suns to win over the Nuggets when they met in the playoffs this year. And I mean, I don't know. It's weird because I wasn't really 100% on the Nuggets. I feel like I was like 95%. I feel like just like thinking back with these Western Conference playoffs, though, it's like why wouldn't you have the Nuggets like as freaking the favorites to come out of the West, right? Like I thought about it, right? It's like Sacramento was the 3rd seed, right? But they were pretty good in the regular season, and like they were really good against the Warriors. They almost won that series, right? But they really didn't have that much playoff experience, But in like the Suns, right? It's like, okay, KD and Devin Booker are a really lethal duo, but it's like who's around them, right? They have Chris Paul who's older, right? And is, wasn't as good as he was last year even, right? And they have DeAndre Ayton who, I don't know, like there's some issues maybe he has with the team, with the coach who got fired, Monty Williams, and they hired Frank Vogel, the former Lakers coach who got screwed in place of him. So it's like, I don't know. Yeah, but it's like the problem with Phoenix was their bench, right? And their depth. Right, the Clippers, right? I mean, Paul George and Kawhi, are they will they ever have a year where they put it all together, right? Like the Lakers, they would started out 2-10. They came from the play-in, right? Like what? Like shouldn't you have doubted them? Like the Grizzlies, I mean the stuff. I mean, Steven Adams and Brandon Clark being out. It's like the Warriors with the offseason stuff. Draymond punching Jordan Poole. It's like kind of thinking about these Western Conference playoffs, right? Why wouldn't you pick the Nuggets, right? It's like I feel like it is clear as day. Where it's like, no, the Nuggets should be like decent favorites to come out of the West. I feel like it should have been like the Nuggets or the Suns. That's what I feel like it should have been. I feel like it should have been Nuggets, Suns, and then Warriors, right? But I feel like I still feel like the Warriors could have won that series against the Lakers if Jordan Poole shot better, if Klay Thompson shot better, but if AD actually, if that AD injury scare in Game 5 turned into something bigger, I don't know, man. It's a whole thing. Just like, well, yeah, like, where was the respect for Denver, man? Where was the respect? My God, dude. I'm from I live in Southern California, but I feel like I'm a part of Denver, man. It's like, where was the respect, man? Where was the respect? I don't know. Pretty much nowhere to be found except a few places. I'd like to shout out Bomani Jones for believing in the Nuggets. He is one of the very few people. It's weird. Like, this is how deep I've put myself into this freaking NBA following thing, where it's like I know all these like media people. It's like, yeah, Bomani Jones is just someone who he doesn't do that much for ESPN anymore. He used to. He had like a show called High Noon with this guy called Pablo Torre, who's a fellow me who's a fellow Filipino, right? And it's like, yeah, apparently got canceled. Yeah. So yeah, Bomani Jones believed in the Nuggets. Zach Lowe, for the most part, believed in the Nuggets, right? And like he called himself stupid for thinking that on a recent podcast for thinking that picking the Suns over the Nuggets. Yeah. So there's been a few people who've respected the Nuggets, but a lot of people really didn't. Yeah, and it's like, it's yeah. I just needed to vent about that. I just really needed to vent about that. Seriously, where I'm trying to find what little freaking respect there was before these playoffs, but yeah, I guess that's the whole thing. Like, a team needs to prove itself, right? And the Nuggets definitely proved itself. Yeah. It was fine. It just for the most part, like the absolute annoying thing was the Lakers series, right? Absolutely annoying. Jamel Hill, is pretty good. I like her opinions. I like her perspective a lot. She just had somewhat of an annoying tweet where it's like, Denver should treat this as a loss after Game 1, and it's like, yeah, I guess she, yeah. Oh man, they might have found something with Rui Hachimura on frickin' Jokic, and I love Rui Hachimura, man. Yeah, I was a fan of Rui Hachimura ever since he appeared in a Terrace House episode, and it's like, oh God, Jesus Christ, Jesus. There you go. There's that rant about the Nuggets and their lack of whatever. It's fine. If/when they win the championship, all will be forgiven. It's fine. Jokic is pretty much being seen as the best player in the world. It's great. I don't think there's really any debate as to whether or not Jokic is better than Embiid. That was a conversation like a year ago, maybe. Now it's just completely wiped out. Like, it just got it got wiped out like a nuclear bomb. It's like all of this, like, no, nothing left, nothing. Yeah, it's a whole thing. So yeah, basically, I want the Nuggets to win the championship. I still like the Heat. I appreciate that the Heat have that dog in them, and that Eric Spoelstra, another fellow, is out there being the head coach and is like, seen as the best coach in the NBA right now. It's great. Yeah, I really respect the Heat's run. It's not a diss. The Heat don't annoy me as a team. I like the Heat. the heat culture stuff is pretty funny, man. But I just really would like to see the Nuggets win a championship. Oh, look at this! It's a baby horse. Oh, not like a baby. Is it like a colt? Yeah, dude. Oh my God. Oh man, why do creepers just show? Yeah, maybe it's because I'm wearing a creeper skin. They just show up at just the most inopportune of times. It's weird. Like I'm just walking. Yeah, man. I don't know. I choose to play this on survival because I don't know. I don't even survive. I do survive, but like, yeah. I guess reinforce this a little bit. Yeah. So, is that the NBA talk? I have another topic that is somewhat related. We're all talking about the NBA Finals and like what people's plans are after the NBA Finals. So like after the NBA Finals, and the basketball enters its off season, it's gonna be great, man. I feel like I have things I want to do. I have things I still should do. I feel like I don't think the finals being on should exclude me. Oh my God, I'm trying to use words I don't know. Preclude is a word, right? I'm trying to do there are things that I probably should be doing, that watching the finals, like which is on like every 2-3 days. I have things that I probably should do, which the finals shouldn't prevent me from doing. But like after the finals, what are we all gonna do? What am I gonna do? Well, I know what one person is gonna do on a particular network, and that is leave a television show. So yeah, this is a thing I wanted to get to. I feel like I kind of feel a little kind of bad about this because I feel like I was wrong. Okay, I'm sorry. I'm not like Nick Wright where I'm like smarmy about being wrong, but it's like I'm wrong. Okay, I feel like I was wrong because someone is gonna leave a show. Undisputed is not gonna be a thing where 2 people are on it. At least not the 2 people that started it, and it seems like it. I don't think this. Yeah, I don't think this like news like is like fabricated. It seems to be pretty damn real, and yeah. So Shannon Sharp, I guess, is gonna leave Undisputed, and yeah, I feel like I was wrong about this whole situation. I had a whole thing where I talked about the DeMar Hamlin thing and like my perspective on it, which focused more on like Skip's tweet and like the overblown reaction to it. But like, it led to a moment where Skip and Shannon like started the show, and then Shannon said like Skip had a tweet, hopefully he takes it down or something, and then Skip is like time out. These people, there was no problem with the tweet, and then they started the whole show with an argument. Yeah, that might have something to do with it. Maybe like an argument about freaking Tom Brady of all people, where freaking Skip Bayless said, "You're jealous of Tom Brady because he's still playing at 45 while you had to retire at 35." Maybe like that was a moment where Shannon felt disrespected and like questioned like, damn, why am I putting up with this? Like I've already built my reputation up, and like I'm like I'm pretty much mostly the reason why people watch the show anyways. So like, why should I have to put up with this? I guess maybe could be a thing that goes through his head. Yeah, I guess I was wrong about this whole situation, I feel like. And yeah, I guess I have to eat a little bit of crow. I know that phrase, right? Yeah, eat crow is like when you're wrong and you have to like own up to it, right? Hopefully, whatever. All right, fiction, okay. So yeah, I don't know. It's a thing. I don't know what I wanted to talk about. Maybe just like tanking like out loud over like why he might want to leave. Like that could be a reason too, right? Where it's like, I feel like, I don't know, like it, like I need a tiny bit more evidence to see to feel like Shannon is leaving Undisputed, because if you don't know, there was a report that he negotiated a contract buyout, which meant that, like, he could leave almost immediately because, his contract is basically no more, right? So yeah, like, I don't know, like, maybe it could be that, like, he feels like he can just, he doesn't need the show with Skip anymore because his, like, quote, star, his, quote, brand is already built up enough, and, like, some would argue that he's actually more popular than Skip Bayless, but, like, I don't know. I think maybe that, I want that to be it, rather than just, like, he doesn't like Skip Bayless, because I don't know, man. I just don't think we need even more of this, like, Skip Bayless sucks, it just, I don't know. It's not me. I guess it is me defending him because I don't feel like he deserves really all the hate that he gets. Like, I really don't feel like. There were people even saying after that situation, that DeMar Hamlin situation where he had the tweet where it's like it was just poorly worded. That's it. Like, people shouldn't be, like, all up in arms and, like, ready to, quote, cancel him. It's like, I don't know. It's weird. But, like, I don't know. Maybe there is some stuff behind the scenes. Maybe there is. Maybe it says something about their relationship that they couldn't, like, work through these issues, and, like, Shannon felt that like he couldn't continue on with the show, because I feel like it's a pretty cushy job. I mean, like, all you have to do is show up, like, 5 days a week, talk for, like, what, 2 hours, right? But, like, I don't know. There's more that goes into it, I guess. There's meetings, right, about, like, what the topics are. It's like, you have to research, you have to prepare, right? Hopefully you watch games. Oh man, but, like, I don't know, man. I don't know. It's a thing. Do I have any other thoughts on it? Is it a shame? I think it's more like, man, dude, I need to stop consuming this freaking content, man. I need to stop consuming this freaking debate television about freaking sports, man. Please. I don't know why. I've turned into this, man. But, like, I honestly, I've said before, I, like, watch it through these, like, channels, right? And, like, when people post clips on Twitter of the show, some of them get it from those channels, right? Where it's, like, it's in, like, 3 boxes to avoid, like, any copyright. Oh, man. Yeah, it's, like, I don't know, man. I don't know. The most I ever watch is, like, the intros where, they could be funny, like drinking Mountain Dew or freaking showing up in a goat mask. I don't know. That, or, like, just after, the Cowboys win a game or lose a game. I don't know, man. It's weird. But it's like, I don't freaking actually watch it for any sort of, like, informational purpose. I don't watch it for, like, I value these people's opinions, right? Like, I don't think anyone watches it for that. I don't know. How many people, even if people are fans of Shannon Sharpe, how many people even watch Undisputed because they want to, like, they're like, what is Shannon Sharpe's opinion on this? I don't know, man. I don't know. Well, I mean, probably more than the amount of people who are like, what is Skip Bayless's opinion on this? Yeah, probably. But I don't know, like, is it really a thing that, like, people watch Undisputed, like, 100% for Shannon, and it's like, they want to see Shannon, like cook and clown frickin' Skip? It's like, really? Like, that's what they want? Like, I don't know, man. Yeah, another thing with this, like, this debate television thing, like, First Take and Undisputed, there's, like, why are there, like, some people talking about, like, who wins these debates? Like, why are they, I don't know, man. To me, it's like, there really aren't any really, like, how you, quote, win a debate is, like, and how you get, I guess, proven right is, like, the games and, like, the stuff actually happening, right? Like, if you talk about, I don't know, like, I don't know, like, LeBron being washed, quote unquote, right? It's like, that would be proven, like, watching the games, right? That would be proven through the games, and not, like, I don't know, like on a freaking debate desk. Like, I don't know. It's weird. It's weird how like I guess like having a debate format it would imply that there would be like a winner and a loser, but it's like, I don't know. That's the whole thing in like debates too. It's like yeah, well, in debates in general, right? You see it in politics, right? It's like who quote won the debate. It's like who each person's best moments, and it's like come on, man, like really, like we're doing this. I don't know, man. It's like viewing debates like through the lens of like who wins, who loses, who looks good, who looks bad. Like, I don't know. That's why just debates in general, like any kind of debate ever, right? Whether it's like politics or frickin' yeah, I guess like Undisputed and First Take I watch, because it's entertaining and it distracts from the real stuff. But it's like anything that's like about real life, anything that's about real life is just like stop, man. I don't know. There's this YouTube channel that posted like videos of this high school, SME East High School, I think, and like one of the videos was titled like debating the Confederate flag or something. Like, oh man, dude. Oh man, and like it's just this like video of like a high school classroom, and like they're all giving their opinions, which yeah, like cool, right? But it's like it's just like one of the most awkward things in the world to me, and it's like oh god. And like, yeah, one of the funny parts about it is that like there's students with like all kinds of viewpoints. I feel like there was like a student who was like an extreme libertarian in one of those videos. I might seek him out and like post a clip. But like I distinctly remember there was like this student who was like this extreme libertarian, right? And there were people with conservative views. There were people who were like, I guess, maybe not like left or liberal per se, but like not that, I guess. And like another interesting thing is that the teacher was black, and I don't know, like take with that what you will. I don't know why I find that interesting, but like I don't know. I just find it to be an interesting mix where it's like it's all these students with all these different like viewpoints, all these like 16, I would presume 17-year-olds arguing about this stuff. Oh man. I think like it was like I think there was an argument about, there was one debate about like kneeling for the flag, the whole Kaepernick thing. Oh man, dude. Oh god. I should find a clip, man. Oh man. Yeah, but it's like, yeah, like the point, yeah, like these debates just extremely awkward, It's like I just don't like the concept of debates, I guess. I guess conversations are cool, but it's like, I mean, I don't know. Unless it's like the kids at the Fortnite table, I don't know, I don't know. It's like 99% of debates, even like I count like podcasts where like it's like a man and a young woman arguing about dating culture. Like I count that as kind of debate adjacent to anything like Vosh, Destiny related, anything in that sphere, Like FD Signifier, I guess, had a video, and like he decidedly is not in that sphere, and he comments on like how that quote debate bro thing is like, really not good. So yeah, I don't know, it's just not a good thing. How do I get on the topic of debates? Oh man, Undisputed, oh yeah. So yeah, I guess the reports are probably true, and that Shannon Sharp is gonna leave Undisputed after the NBA Finals, like right after the NBA Finals. And I'm like, that could be as soon as like next week. Like, in all honesty, it could be like the end of next week if the Nuggets are like really, really good and like the Heat don't have better shooting games. I mean, it's like, man. Yeah, and like there have been people posting clips about like fist bumps. A fist bump on a recent intro was weak, and like Shannon was dropping hints in like segments, and it's like, yeah, like I don't know, man. It's mostly conspiracy, but I feel like it really seems to me like it's like conspiracy that's gonna be just proven right, and just like more evidence to like Shannon not liking Skip Bayless, or like not wanting to be associated with Skip Bayless anymore, which is kind of a shame. Like I don't know, that's the other angle I had to it. That's the other thought I had about it. Like it's just like somewhat like a shame that like there can't be, like it can't end in a cordial way. It can't end in an amicable way, right? Like Stephen A. and Skip Bayless split on in an amicable way. It was just that, yeah, there's a whole story, man. Oh god, it's a lot. Should I explain? Yeah, I somewhat know like why First Take ended, like why Skip Bayless left ESPN. Because if you didn't know, First Take, there's this whole like thing. Skip, if it was Skip at first, it was called like Cold Pizza, and then First and 10, and then First Take, and then Skip wanted Stephen A. to do the show with him, and then in like 2012 they did, and then like they did it for a while, and then in 2016 he left, and then he went to Fox Sports 1 to make Undisputed with Shannon Sharp. He handpicked Shannon Sharp, right? Yeah, so basically that's like a very, very micro version of it, but like I don't know, it is somewhat a shame to me that like they potentially could are not gonna split up, and like they're not gonna end the show on like an amicable note, because I'm thinking of like when that time comes, like when the NBA finals end, I guess, and Ja Morant gets a suspension, I would assume, right? Like when the NBA finals end, like what is it gonna be? Is it just gonna be like, hey guys, Shannon is leaving, and then like Skip is gonna be like, Shannon, I love you and I respect you, and then Shannon is just gonna be like, yeah, bye. Maybe he's gonna like try to fake it a little bit. Maybe he's just gonna be like, thank you for the opportunity, and that's it. I think he's probably gonna be like that if they have a farewell segment at all. But it's like, I don't know, man. Oh man, it's just, yeah. I don't know what in me wants them to like leave it on an amicable note. I don't know. Yeah, I don't know. It's in these like shows that like rely on like somewhat of a contentious relationship, you know? I don't know, man. Like, how do you keep them going, right? Like, how do you keep them how do you make it so that you have two people who have really good chemistry, who have who have enough differing opinions with each other that it can create sparks and create debate and create like heated moments, right? But like not quote heated to the point of freaking being too personal, and right? But also also be funny and interesting and like actually exciting to watch, right? It's hard, you know? I don't know. I guess I don't know. I wouldn't want to freaking be on any of those types of shows, man. I don't know. It's the whole thing. Oh man. But like I guess I'd like, yeah, like am I gonna just speculate what Shannon is gonna do next? I'd assume just like do his podcast. Yeah, he has a podcast. Skip has a podcast too that people actually watch, which is just more of him sharing his opinions, I guess, that he already shares on Undisputed. But I guess like maybe that's what Skip is gonna do. But yeah, but like Skip is still under contract, right? Yeah, that's the thing. Shannon is basically out of his contract because he negotiated a buyout, but Skip is still with his contract. So I get people are speculating that like he's gonna handpick yet another person to do a show with him and argue with him, and it's like, who's it gonna be, right? I don't know, man. It's the whole thing. Oh man. Yeah, I don't know. Man, just ignore me checking the time there. I record these late at night, you know. Yeah, so I guess that's basically the Undisputed situation. It's a little bit disputed. Oh man, that's a good episode title. Yeah, that's a really. I've been kind of struggling to find good episode titles lately. They haven't just been coming naturally, but yeah, that's somewhat a good episode title. Oh man, but I guess anything else. That's basically, I guess that's the episode spanning topic, right? Like, the Nuggets being disrespected and Shannon Sharpe being disrespected. Both are like, pretty integral to Denver, right? Because Shannon played for the Broncos. Yeah, all just stuff I just learned like tangentially and freaking all the stuff I learn. I picked up through osmosis, right? It's like, oh god, just so much, man. Just so much information that I do not need to freaking learn or like have. Like the origin of First Take, man. Also it, like, the other side of like the like a relationship falling apart because it's like an on-air relationship falling apart because it's a bit too contentious and gets too personal sometimes is what happened with Stephen A. Smith and Max Kellerman on First Take, right? Because I remember in a very early episode me talking about like me wondering like what is the point of First Take, right? Because I knew Max Kellerman from HBO, right? I know I grew up with HBO and not freaking ESPN. I grew up with freaking Jim Lampley as my freaking idol. But one of my idols along with Larry Merchant, right? Just the HBO commentary crew, Emmanuel Stewart, but like I was wondering like what the point of First Take was while like addictingly freaking consuming First Take, I don't know, while just like ravenously consuming First Take clips on YouTube during the pandemic. Yeah, so like what happened, the reason that Stephen A. Smith did not want to do First Take with Max Kellerman anymore was basically because it wasn't contentious enough, and that the problem with Max Kellerman is that, he went into First Take being like, you know what, I'm gonna do something, I'm gonna actually change my opinion when more information comes up. I'm gonna actually, not stand on a hill, and die on it. Like I'm actually gonna have this thing called nuance. I'm actually gonna not hold on to a frickin' a dumb stupid take until it falls apart, which I guess he did with frickin' the Cliff theory, I guess. But I don't know, other than that, he was someone on First Take who I guess he could argue, but it wasn't like that he had a firm opinion and that no one can change his mind, right? The way that Skip Bayless is, right? He wasn't that I'm gonna debate my position so strongly, that no one can convince me otherwise. It was that he wanted to have a little bit more nuance. He wanted to have a little bit more he was a bit more wishy-washy, basically, I guess, instead of being firmly on one side and firmly I don't know that many examples, I guess, but I guess one time was when he was arguing that Kawhi was the best player in the world in 2019, and then when the bubble came and the Clippers choked to the Nuggets, basically a 3-1 lead, I guess he was confronted about it, which was really funny, and then he's just there's more information. I guess I was wrong. Yeah. Well, he didn't say he was wrong, but it was more just he just explained it's new information came up. That's it. And then I feel the stuff like that annoyed Stephen A. It's why can't you just freaking be dumb and argue? Why can't you just argue and even if it's a stupid thing to argue, Oh man. Yeah, it's yeah, and I guess that was why Stephen A. because it is a thing that Stephen A. explicitly made the decision that he did not want Max Kellerman to be the co-host anymore. So, yeah, he swapped him out for this guy called freaking Mad Dog and JJ Redick, who freaking have their own whole host of arguments about freaking Bob Cousy and stuff. And they're like really funny, man. I don't know. Whenever JJ Redick and freaking Mad Dog get into an argument, it is kind of just entertaining. It is just kind of entertaining as hell. It is just absolutely just freaking hilarious. But yeah, that's what they want. They want sparks. They want quote, like clips that can be labeled as like controversial or something. They want, not controversial as in like, like any sort of scandalous thing. Yeah, I don't know. But like just generally like driving controversy, right? Like, just tension, basically. They want tension, and Max Kellerman wasn't giving enough of that. So Stephen A was like, you know what? Yeah, he can't really work on the show. I don't want to do a first take with him. And like in return, Max Kellerman got to host his own show, which I don't understand why he does. Because he already had a show. Yeah, he already has a show breaking down boxing. Yeah, Max on Boxing. But he has a show called Dis Just In, which is just another show that just breaks down freaking like the NBA and NFL and stuff like that. And it's like, why do we need another one of those shows? Like, what? He also does a radio show, in the morning. Yeah. And so it's like, I don't know. I know all of this, man. Dude, this is oh god, too much, man. Anything else that's not this that I can talk about? Yeah, no, because I've been too consumed, man. I thought I would freaking I'm going to, man. Yeah. If you want to know what I'm reading, I am not reading anything right now. But I did get a few books. Yeah. Just today I went to Barnes and Noble and I got this book called Iron Widow by Zirin. Excuse me if I get it wrong. Zirin Zhao, and like the thing about Iron Widow is basically like I learned on Twitter, because she's on Twitter and I see her tweets a lot, that she's kind of into anime. And Iron Widow was inspired by like if you read the back of the book, like the flap of the book, read the premise, it is basically like hugely inspired by and influenced by mecha anime, which like I haven't watched mecha anime aside from Gundam Witch from Mercury, but I don't know, it is enough for me, like where I'm like, okay, all right, I might want to give this a try. So I got that, and I got a volume of Nana, the manga, which is also at Barnes & Noble. And like, it's surprising because it's volume 21 that I got. So I've been slowly like assembling, because I guess like Nana's like one of the few mangas where I'm like, nah, I want to get every volume of that physically, even if I might not read it, even if I already, watched the show like 3 times, right? Because it's cool to experience it in manga form, right? I'd assume I could do it through other means, but yeah, I don't know. It's just nice to have, as proof of my love for it, right? So, I don't know. It has 21 volumes, and I looked at it. It says it goes up to chapter like 78, right? Yeah, and like, I don't know like what chapter in the manga that would be like where the anime leaves off, but like, I don't know. It's like, assume it's like 30, 40 something, right? Because there's only 47 episodes of the anime, right? And like the anime doesn't have an ending, right? They made up an ending basically for the show. But I consider that the ending of Nana, basically, like I give it a 10 because it has that like ending. But like, the manga is unfinished. And like, if you know about like the author of it, Ayuzawa, it's that the story behind with her is that like she has an illness. I don't know what the illness is, but like, she has an illness, and Nana's on indefinite hiatus, basically. It's been on indefinite hiatus for over a decade, So like, how the hell did I run out of food? It's been on indefinite hiatus for like over a decade. So yeah, I don't know. Like, it's left withohad an ending, and I guess it ran for at least 21 freaking volumes, man. I don't know, man. I had like a tiny spoiler about it. That might not be tiny, but like It's kind of big. No, actually kind of big spoiler about it that I learned, but other than that, like, I do not know what happens after the end, the quote end of the story, at least in the anime. So it'd be nice to like get more of those volumes, you know. I guess I could get it on like a website or something like Viz Media if I look that up. But yeah, if like, I guess my thing is like, if I go into a Barnes and Noble and go to the manga section and I see Nana there and it's a volume that I haven't gotten, like, I just instantly get it. So yeah, those are, I guess, things. Yeah, I want to read. I'll pick up a book like soon. I don't know. I just decided after the recent book I read and want to write about that I want to just like take a little bit of a break. Yeah. So yeah, I guess that's basically just what I picked up recently at Barnes and Noble. So anyways, anything else, man? Any new music? Not much. Yeah, I keep on freaking forgetting, man. I keep on freaking forgetting. There's this band, if you know them. They're called Linkin Park, you know? They put out an album called like Hybrid Theory. It has the song In the End. They put out another album called Meteora. It has a song called Numb. You know? Yeah. I've been listening to Linkin Park recently. Yeah, I've been listening to them. Mostly their last album they put out in 2017. One More Light. Yeah, and like, I don't know. I don't need to explain what happened to Chester Bennington, right? Yeah, okay. So, yeah, basically, like, that was their last album they put out, and like, I don't know. It has this like alt pop sound that's like extremely freaking like radio friendly, right? Like, just like night and day different to like what, you know, the somewhat new metal-ish type of thing they did on their early albums. Even though I feel like Mike Shinoda himself, I feel like doesn't really categorize it as new metal, right? But like everyone else does anyway. So I don't think Chester would too. I don't think they did it. They categorized themselves as new metal even as those albums were coming out at the time. But I don't know. Like, One More Light has the song Heavy, which I really like. I really like the female vocalist on it, Kiara. I really like the song Battle Symphony and Invisible and Good Goodbye, which has Stormzy and Pusha T on it. It's like, yeah. Oh man, dude. Oh my god, dude. What happened? I just don't have. Okay, man. Didn't I have like? I had a lot of food before, man. Yeah, I can't. Oh my god, dude. Yeah, so I guess like I don't know. What's my opinion on it? It's cool. I don't know. I feel like a lot of people would dislike it, but I don't know. I guess it just says a lot about my taste that I like something that kind of extremely pop friendly. You know, I don't know. I lyrically, I feel like One More Light is like very, you know, like the lyrics of Linkin Park are always personal, and like I feel like you could like reinterpret all of the lyrics with the context of Chester Bennington passing away, but it's like, I don't know, there really is something to me that like the lyrics of One More Light in particular, like with songs like Heavy and Battle Symphony and you know, and like Nobody Can Save Me are like, it kind of, I don't know, it feels like to me that like those are like the most personal lyrics, you know. I mean, not all the songs are about Chester, but like Heavy specifically is like, I don't know, like really heavy, and it's like, yeah, I don't know. I think it I'm a little bit biased by it's a little biased by the album coming out in 2017, which was the year, you know, Chester died, but it's like, I don't know, man. I don't know. To me, like, it feels like Heavy is like one of Chester's most personal like songs that he had wrote for Linkin Park. So yeah, they're cool. I also listened to their third album recently, Minutes to Midnight. You know, it has some good songs on there. What I've Done. There's this like really kind of like adult alternative-ish song that kind of somewhat reminds me of Maroon 5 a little bit, called, was it Shadow of the Day? I don't know. It goes a little bit harder than freaking Maroon 5, but I don't know, man. It's cool. I like it. yeah, I guess that was like the first time when they were like, "Hey, we can be like soft and sensitive too, man. We can't all just be freaking edge and screaming, you know." Even though kind of like Meteora proved that already with songs like "Breaking the Habit," right? And yeah, like I guess another reason why I've been listening to Linkin Park is that Meteora turned 20 years old, and I guess I just stumbled upon a few videos where Linkin Park are getting interviewed, like Mike Shinoda and like the rest of the band like are getting interviewed about Meteora and like their experiences associated with that album and like that time period, you know. And it had like a reissue with like a whole bunch of stuff, right? And like they've been doing press for it, so like I don't know, man. I don't know. I guess Linkin Park are like a band that like probably shouldn't be freaking lumped in the same vein as like Korn and like Limp Bizkit, because they were much freaking more smarter and freaking like creative in my opinion. I don't even need to listen to those bands to have that opinion, so I feel like so, yeah. Anyways, I guess that's a little bit of what I've been listening to. So, yeah, like not much else. Anyway, I don't know. I just been like, I've been wanting to talk about Linkin Park for a little bit, but yeah, I guess I guess I'll have more thoughts maybe in the future, but yeah, those are my thoughts on like listening to One More Light and what Minutes to Midnight a little bit. Yeah, I want to listen to it. Yeah, I want to listen to like more of their albums, because apparently The Hunting Party and like A Thousand Suns, which were released in the 2010s, are like good, I guess. Fans of the band would say. I don't know, man. I don't know if I'm like a fan of the band, but I don't know. I've just been listening to their music a little bit. So yeah. How long have I been going, man? Dude, 55 minutes without a Twitter segment? Holy, man. Oh, man. Oh, man. Yeah. Oh, man. I'm the undisputed freaking champion of freaking wasting all this time, man. Oh, man. I've been going on for a little bit. I didn't even get to another thing I wanted to talk about, man. Yeah. I guess I'll talk about it in the future, man. I teased it like last episode, but yeah, I want to go through some tweets, so you know, I guess that's basically it. Is there any final thoughts that I want to talk about? Any food I want to talk about? Yeah, no, not really. Yeah, a recent update. I've been feeling bad recently because I've been falling off the Brussels sprout grind. I haven't bought Brussels sprouts and eaten them in like 2 weeks at least. I need to get back on that. Yeah, like May for me. I feel like I've been eating a lot unhealthier than usual. I need to get back. But like, yeah, you know, I don't know. The summer is usually when I'm more active anyway, so yeah, hopefully that'll be a thing. I'll go outside and read more and walk more and scrabble more, because that's, yeah, all I do. That's what I do to freaking be active and get exercise, so yeah. Anyways, on to the Twitter segment. Okay, related to this whole thing, Shannon Sharp's burner parody account tweeted, Stephen A. Smith said he's willing to work with Shannon Sharp at First Take. Never forget when Stephen A. Smith teamed up with Shannon Sharp and cooked Skip Bayless. How? What is this like? What is this? Like, I don't know. Again, like, what is this freaking obsession? These opinion, the like thought these people have, where it's like one person keeps on getting cooked in debates. Like, I don't know, man. It's just, I don't know. It's not like, I don't know. I guess it's just a thing where, to me, I don't view these shows like that at all. I'm not thinking like, wow, Skip is getting cooked in this debate. Like, I really do not think like that, man. An account called Washed Up Emo, which is like, it's one guy who like runs like a podcast that was like based on like, that was at first a website. I've listened to the podcast a little bit, yeah. Tweeted, Emo is alive. Emo never died. Emo will be here after you leave. Emo welcomes you back. Emo is alive. Yeah, I mean, you know, as long as we have freaking I don't know, I was gonna make a weird joke. I don't know. As long as we have people like MGK, Emo is still alive, yes. And Jaden's and Willow Smith, you know. I almost said Jaden Smith. I mean, he can be emo too. I mean, like, I don't know. Oh man. Those 5 minutes when a man is shaving and all that's left is the mustache and he's walking around saying, maybe I'll keep it, are the most terrifying 5 minutes of a woman's life. What? All that's left is the mustache and he's walking around saying, maybe I'll keep it. What's wrong? What's wrong with just a mustache? Like, what? Oh, man. Meanwhile, in another sport that I didn't really talk about, Ryan Garcia is in an explosive public feud with his promoter Oscar De La Hoya overnight. This is a weird take. Yeah, I saw like tweets of this last night or something, and it's like Ryan Garcia is really like Oscar De La Hoya is really having feuds with his own freaking fighters that he promotes, man. It's like, I don't know, man. I feel like it does say it says a lot more on Oscar, you know, because a lot of like Canelo was a part of Golden Boy Promotions at one point, and it's like, I don't know, like what? Yeah, I mean, obviously, like Oscar has a history of drug use. I don't think he's using drugs right now, but like, I don't know, man. It's weird. It's weird, just like how Oscar De La Hoya keeps on annoying the fighters he promotes this much. But yeah, let me see. Let me try to see it here. Oscar De La Hoya tweeted, WTF, Ryan Garcia, it's been almost 2 months and you're still crying about the post presser? The blame for your loss is on you and your advisor Lupe. Quote, advisor Lupe. He is the only one who pushed you to accept that insane rehydration clause, and that is the reason you lost. Man up, own that. He's telling his own fighter, man up, own it. Also, you keep saying Tank's team offered more support for you, blah, blah, blah. Bro, they set you up to lose with that rehydration clause. And most importantly, Al Heyman didn't even show up the entire week. Actually, he never shows up. How's that for support? And then Ryan Garcia tweeted, okay, buddy, you got it all figured out. Tired of you disrespecting my whole career and you think none of it matters. Loyalty and common sense is lost in your head. Stop treating people that way and they will think they will just accept it. Oh, man, dude. Oh, God. Yeah. And then Ryan Garcia tweeted again, you know I'm about to fight this guy, and you go buddy with him. You don't care about your fighters. I think, is that, no, I don't know who the fighter is. You don't care about your fighters. Really tired of this fake act. Stop the cap and be real for once, man. I can respect you more if you just told me the truth. You're in it for the cash. No love lost. Well, yeah, he's a promoter. Every promoter is. Eddie Hearn is. Bob Arum is, I would assume. Yeah. It's called promoting. Who do you think sparked the Fight Week press conference when it was like being at a funeral? My job is to promote. Your job is to fight. It was like it's fine. It's fine to have a boring press conference. What is this whole thing of like fights need to be hyped up? Like as in like the fighters need to hate each other? No, it's like like fights are hype when it's like two good fighters, you know? I don't know, man. It's weird. Yeah, like tell that to Tyson Fury, man. What, you know, I don't know. When is he gonna fight again? When's he gonna fight when is he gonna fight the fights that people want to see, which are Usyk, right? Mainly number 1, and frickin' AJ maybe number 2. I mean, I don't know. Then Ryan Garcia said in response, weren't you just promoting the fake Pac fight, Manny Pacquiao? Because that was the thing Oscar floated, I guess, that I already told you I'm not accepting. You really think I'm a fall for that bull twice? And then Oscar tweeted again, not going to argue over social media when you have time to sit down. Man to man, we can get you another huge payday. Just like, have we ever seen this? Like that a fighter and his own promoter is like feuding publicly on Twitter? It's like, what? Like, I don't know, man. That's a bit weird. I don't know, man. I mean, something's telling me that, like, Ryan Garcia is going to seek another promoter because he fired his trainer and he got a new trainer after the Gervonta Davis fight. So, yeah, maybe you might do the same with yeah, it seems that, like, maybe, like, Ryan Garcia is, like, young. He's, like, 24, 25, and, like, maybe his problem is that he doesn't have the right team around him. Like, maybe, but I don't know. I don't really know about that sport like that, you know. I'm not out here watching freaking debate shows about the topic, you know, because these debate shows don't really talk about boxing except for like 2 segments like a year. But whatever, man. Goran Dragic says he wants to finish his career with the Miami Heat. Huh, interesting. Can he sign a 10-day right now? I mean, I feel like he could maybe be better than Max Strus or Caleb Martin. Maybe not Caleb Martin, but like Max Strus, Gabe Vincent. Maybe he could be. Oh man. Lomachenko on Devin Haney. I think a rematch never happens. He's scared. Yeah, it's a whole thing. Did I watch the fight? I did not really watch much of the fight, but I think the consensus on it is that like it was a really close fight, but saying that Devin Haney won the fight isn't quote a robbery. Basically, I'm using like quote a lot. Like I don't know. It's a thing. It's a phrase, you know. Yeah, so basically, I guess that's all I know about it, you know. An account tweeted, I think, yeah, it's a Lakers account. Who's the next Aaron Gordon / Andrew Wiggins guy in the wrong situation / usage and would thrive on a contending team with a more specialized role? DeAndre Ayton? Maybe. Who actually, yeah, Ayton could be one. I don't know. Mikal Bridges, maybe. Yeah. Oh, wait, no, maybe a lot. Yeah, like, that's the opposite, though, right? Like, specialized. Like, going from, like, having too much, like, duties, like, offensively offensively to just, like, being more specialized. Yeah. Maybe, like, I don't know. But, like, would DeAndre Ayton be specialized with that contract, though? I don't know. Someone tweeted, what's the hard pill the fans from your favorite team have to swallow? Have to swallow. And then someone quote tweeted, the Russell Westbrook trade was one of the worst trades in NBA history because it may have occurred in the last years of LeBron's window to be the best player on a title team. Yeah. Yeah, someone has a picture of a tweet, that says, yo, the WTF. I just saw a stat that said only 30 to 50% of people have an internal dialogue. There's really 50% plus of the population out here walking around with nothing going on in their head. Everything is starting to make much more sense. I mean, it could be that people don't want frickin' all these thoughts in their head, man. I appreciate having a bunch of thoughts in my head, you know. I would assume it might inform me wanting to write fiction, but yeah, you know. And like me making these videos, so. This is Remy Ma 43 claims she's 35. I don't count the years in prison. That's a pretty good. That's a pretty good. Oh god, yeah. Not claim. Man, if only. And then someone quote tweeted me, but with the years of the pandemic. Oh yeah, god damn. Yeah, I'm actually, it would be nice to actually be 21, wouldn't it be? Or 20, you know. I'm still 22, but you know. Oh man, dude. Yeah. I don't count the years I was in prison. That's a cool line, man. Yeah, here's a clip of what I'm talking about. Oh yeah. Here's like, yeah, I guess it's like this is the editing part done with me. Oh god, I have the audio right. Yeah, so here's the clip I'm talking about. Here's the clip I'm talking about of like one of the moments that might have been the seed to this, like, the Shaden wanting out of Undisputed.
Yeah, I did what I did. You make it seem like I was a bum. I'm in the effing Hall of Fame. Okay, I got 3 Super Bowls.
So what?
So what?
He's way better than you were.
I'm better than you.
Better.
I got to see what you do. You take...
Yeah, basically. It was like, like that comment I said about, like, you know, you're like Skip implying that, like, Shannon is jealous of Tom Brady, and then, like, yeah, I guess maybe it seems like it. I mean, I don't know. Is it being petty? Like, I don't know. I mean, I understand. Yeah, I don't know. I'm not like a person to take a side in this. You know, it's like obviously, like, Shannon is right. Shannon is valid to feel disrespected, you know, by the comments, but like, I don't know. I mean, it's his choice to leave. Yeah, I mean, it's fine. Yeah, I mean, I don't have a personal stake in it. I'm not like. I think it's kind of just like, I don't know, maybe it's just my ego. Like, why did I get proven wrong? But like, I don't know, man. It's fine. I mean, I understand. I guess it makes more. I guess it makes sense. You know, that like it could be a thing where Shannon could have enough of an issue with it to make him feel like he wanted to leave, I guess. So, yeah. Someone tweeted, "This man really sent home Kevin Durant, LeBron James, and probably shortly Jimmy Butler. What a world." Dude, I remember seeing this freaking image of Jokic at like first. Like, I didn't know it was Jokic that they were posting pictures of. It's like when the Clippers blew a 3-1 lead to the Nuggets, like people were posting this picture on the NBA subreddit, and it's like, that's him. It's like people just keep on putting this image. People keep on freaking using this image to just show that like this is what he looked like as a kid. Like, this is how freaking. But like, that's a lot of kids. A lot of kids are chubby, man. It's like, I don't know, man. It's a whole thing. It's funny that like him, this kid who would end up being the number 41 pick in the draft in 2014, was drafted during a Taco Bell commercial, ended up being the best player in the league right now, and like one of the greatest centers to ever live, one of the greatest passers of the to ever freaking play the game, one of the greatest freaking centers, basically one of the greatest players when it's all said and done. Like, he's obviously in like the top 50 at least now, right? If he wins a championship, yeah, pretty freaking resume, pretty lit resume. Someone tweeted, "Quick, the United States is downsizing from 50 to 47. Which states are you eliminating? Here are mine: Wyoming, Montana, and either of the Dakotas." Oh, man. Oh, somebody start a fun argument on here. Nothing with food, rent, or gender norms. We need something truly groundbreaking. How is getting rid of states like freaking a fun argument? I mean, it is somewhat fun. I mean, like, those are pretty good candidates. I wouldn't get rid of states. I don't know. I would add Puerto Rico, right? But like, I don't know. I'm not educated about that. Like, there are people in Puerto Rico that don't want to be counted as a state. It's due to like stuff like taxes and stuff like that. So like, I don't know. But like, I don't know, man. DC maybe, DC should get like more representation, right? They get like what? Yeah, I don't know, man. But yeah, I guess Wyoming and Montana. But Hank Green lives in Montana, man. Yeah, I don't know. We can't have that. Yeah, especially not now. Yeah. Yeah, I don't know, man. I was thinking when I first saw that tweet, I saw it before, that like, if we could just excavate all the good people from Florida and just leave the state, maybe, I don't know. Maybe. Someone tweeted, "Trying to find a free public restroom will radicalize you." Yeah, that is a take. Oh god. When I'm downtown, there's this McDonald's like in like the heart of downtown San Diego, like where like I went into it, right? And like I tried to use the bathroom, and then it's just locked, and then it's just, you have to freaking purchase something to use the bathroom, and it's like really, like, I understand it being in the city, I would assume, and like maybe like more people, like they kind of have to have that policy as a safety measure, but like where I'm from, the cozy suburbs, it's like, come on, like really, like that should not be a thing, man. It should not be a thing. Like, the public library in downtown San Diego, like, yeah, has free restrooms, and like I see like people there who use it to like do stuff like brush their teeth, because it's like, yeah, like people, I would assume, like who are like poorer, like maybe homeless. It's like, yeah, it's a good resource, right? Having just a bathroom, But it's like, I don't know, that whole like, yeah, I guess businesses can do what they want, right? It required that, but I don't know. To me, it's just a dumb policy. Someone quote tweeted, "Not even just a public restroom, but just continual decrease in spots to just like sit down outside, smoke a cig." Well, yeah, or even just take a break from walking briefly, and knowing the lack of places to sit coincides with the rise in homelessness and subsequent anti-homeless infrastructure. Yeah. Yeah, that's the thing. Isn't that like a thing of Parks and Rec, A lot of people have been saying that like Parks and Rec, it has somewhat kind of aged badly because it's such like a product of the Obama era, right? And it's like people don't like this whole like quote like the media that's like too neoliberal, I guess, like too just plainly liberal and not like leftist enough, like not like not like left leaning enough to the point of like having more class statements, like more like socialist kind of statements. But I don't know, man. I don't know. I guess that's a whole thing. I might have to read up on that. Oh man, Bossing Say, the official Bossing Say Twitter account, tweeted straight people are banned from Bossing Say. Oh man, yeah, happy Pride Month, by the way. I waited until the end of the episode. It's June, yeah, it's almost summer. It's nice, isn't it? It's been nice. It's been gray outside recently, and like today was the first day that the sun came out in like a week or two, at least for me. I don't know. So it's great. Yeah, I don't know. There's a lot of just stuff, particularly on like baseball. There's like there's a ongoing story arc with the Dodgers and this Pride Night event, and like including like this group called like the Sisters of Perpetual Indulgence, and like to not including them, to putting them back on again. And it's like, I don't know, like, and like there's been a few players who have had some like anti gay like opinions or something. I don't know, man. It's just a lot. It's a lot. It sucks, man. Like MLB, the Major League Baseball changed its logo to, pride colored, yeah, like as so many freaking corporations do, and then freaking changed it back after freaking backlash. I think, as I saw on the subreddit, and it's like come on, man. It's just like at that point, just don't do it at all. Just like, don't, if you're that weak-willed, if you're that freaking like easily swayed as a corporation, it's like, don't do it then. Like, that's my opinion. I guess I have to have like one extremely spicy take, because the Nuggets making the finals wasn't really that spicy, all things considered. So like, yeah, like just like, I don't know, man. It would be nice if corporations were more honest, like if you don't actually care about LGBT people and like that, and it's like, just don't change your logo then. It's fine. But whatever. It's a whole thing. Yeah, this thing called like rainbow capitalism, right? Where it's like, it's just corporations just like selling Pride merch and doing all this stuff, like making a profit off of selling Pride flags and stuff, and like Pride themed merch. And I don't know, it's a whole thing. Another thing you can like write an essay on, but I don't make essays. These aren't video essays. These are freaking Let's Plays. These are Minecraft Let's Plays, Yeah, so I think I'm probably, yeah, it's been a lot. I've had a lot of opinions, right? Yeah, great. I ended it on an opinion, so yeah. Yeah, so anyways, I guess that's basically the episode. I'll make one. I want to make these more often than I want to record these more often than like once a week, but I don't know. Yeah, I mean, my role is basically just like if I have enough to talk about, right? I definitely have enough to talk about. I'll definitely have enough to talk about when the finals are done, so, Yeah, I guess that's basically the episode. I did a lot. So, yeah, any other last thoughts I want to say? Happy Pride Month, basically, I guess I'm not gonna change my channel icon. I'm not gonna do anything. I'm not gonna do anything, but like I feel like I do, I feel like I don't need to like state that like I support LGBT people, like what would it be worse from me, I don't know. It's a thing, man. I don't know. But anyways, that's basically the episode. I will see you guys next time. So yeah, thank you and good night.